Alright, what's up y'all? Back with another training day. Today is Monday and we are going to be doing snatches. So the complex last week we worked pretty much just snatch. I haven't snatched in a long time, so kind of wanted to see where I was at in terms of my ceiling, in my positions, how strong I felt, if I was having any sort of shoulder instability from where I injured my pec. Everything felt good, so we did full snatch last week. We did a bunch of clean progressions. So this week will be opposite. We'll clean heavy and we will do snatch progressions. It's Monday, so we have a hang snatch into 2 overhead squats. So working on a really aggressive extension, speed under the bar, and then plus 2 overhead squats, just again to work stability in my overhead position, trying to build back some strength in my shoulder. Pretty much got a great warm up in. It's hot as balls outside. It's like 88 degrees today, so the heat is climbing quickly here in Tennessee. But I did a hip warm up, got my shoulders warmed up, did some internal, external rotations with the band, did some banded distraction, however you say it, on my hips, and then did some banded hip extensions just to get my glutes firing. Try to take some pressure off of my hip, but pretty much starting with an empty barbell, and I'm going to build to a heavy today on the complex. Hopefully somewhere around 185 to 205 is going to be the range that I hit. We got conditioning afterwards, so I'm going to do my barbell complex, and then I'll get outside, do some run conditioning, and then we're still doing 1,000 pull-ups a week. So today I'll do 200 to kick off, to start the week. It's Monday, so I'll do 200 reps. Going to start with 95 and build from there on the snatch. I just need to slow down. I get excited, and especially with lighter weights, I rush my extension, I just get sloppy. So as you saw there, a couple of those I was out on the toe, which is what we don't want. So as I build, I'm going to try to slow down, be just as aggressive with my extension, but just slow down in terms of speed under the bar. Try to feel the bar into my hips and really feel my press, my punch through the bar instead of just trying to throw it overhead. So just really going to start to think about technique in the hang portion. The overhead squats feel fine. So that's 95. We'll go 135 next. All right, 135 felt better. I'm gonna work each weight twice. So I'll hit that complex of hang snatch plus 2 squats at each weight moving up. Work on making somewhat bigger jumps just to build confidence. So we'll go 155 to 185, 185 to 205, maybe 195 depending on how it feels. And then smaller jumps from there. Since 205 is where I ended last week, I won't go much heavier than that today if I even get there. Depends on, again, how that position in the bottom feels. But we'll go from there. We'll go from there. All right, so 175 felt good. The longer I'm in that overhead position, I can feel my shoulder, which is good. It means it's having to work hard to stabilize. And that's what I need. I need to start building strength back in that position. So don't know that I'll go much heavier. This is 185. I might hit 195. 205 is gonna be the heaviest I go today. If it's even there, we'll see. But 175 felt solid. But again, I think the limiting factor today is just gonna be that shoulder cooking in that overhead position. So we'll see. That was 175, this will be 185, and then I'll just make small 10-pound jumps from there. So maybe 3 to 4 more sets, and then we'll be done with the snatches today.
Oh, you're gonna be happy.
All right, snatches are done. As you saw there, I hit 185, 195. That first attempt at 205 was a little forward. I was pushed the bar, so in my extension I had to chase the bar. I just got out in front of, on it early, so it was hard. Once I got in the bottom, I could feel it out in front of my toes, so it's forward. I just couldn't, I wasn't gonna run after it. There's like platform weights and then like 3 machines, so there's no point in trying. So just reset, attempted again, felt really good. Honestly, shocked at how well my shoulder feels. Honestly don't think that I'm too far off of, you're good. I really don't think that I'm too far off of 235, 245, which is where I was at before I tore my pec last year. So that's a huge confidence boost for me, potentially going into competitive season near September. So I've got a couple months before I compete again. So that gives me confidence. I need to get back on rings eventually, but that's another conversation for another day. But it feels good to move a barbell again. Feels good to feel strong and be able to get in those positions that I enjoy, train the way that I want to. So that does it for snatches today. I'm very happy with how that went. 205 was my top set for that complex. That's hang snatch plus 2 overhead squats. I will now look and see what I have in terms of conditioning. It's really hot outside and I haven't spent a ton of time in the heat, so I'm not sure if I'm gonna do my conditioning outside yet. It depends on what it is. It's like 88 degrees, 87 degrees or so, so potentially too warm. I just haven't, especially after doing something like that, I need to rehydrate and stuff. But conditioning and then pull-ups. I've got 200 pull-ups today, so I'm gonna clean up the barbell, all the plates and stuff, and then I will talk to you about what I'm doing for conditioning. All right, conditioning we're gonna do outside. It's gonna be I need to measure this building lap. I think it's around,
So that's where it gets a little.
it's gotta be further than 200 meters because even when I run it pretty hard, it's right past like, it takes me about 90 seconds. So I would say it's closer to 300 meters. I'll measure it when I leave to be sure, but for right now, we're gonna call it 300 meters. So 600 meter run into 25 wall balls. So the goal is to do the wall balls unbroken just to build capacity under fatigue. We'll do that for 4 sets. We'll rest 2 minutes between. So 4 sets, 600 meter run, 25 wall ball, rest 2 minutes between. The goal is to push the run, but not so much to where you can't do your wall balls unbroken. So that is the goal of the workout, is to come into the wall ball, do a big set of 25, rest, recover, and repeat it. And then we're building capacity, so getting some volume, we'll get 100 reps in. In terms of positioning the camera, I think I'm just gonna keep it on the wall ball. So you're not gonna be able to see me run, but get some shots of the wall ball here. And then we will hit pull-ups. So a longer session today. I had a Go Gel between cleaning up and now. So I had 25 grams of carbs and 500 milligrams of sodium with some water. So try to get some carbs, some electrolytes back into my system since I'm gonna be out in the sun, especially after lifting. I'm already sweaty. So try to rehydrate a little bit before I hit this. Other than that, conditioning every 4 minutes times, 4 sets, 600 meter run, 25 wall balls. Here we go.
Let's finish strong, baby.
All right, conditioning is done. I will confirm how far that run was, but I was being a bit of a pussy, for lack of a better term. I was gonna do sets of 25. The workout was supposed to be 30s, and once I got into it, I was like, you know what, dude, that's you know, that spills over into every area of your life. If you're gonna cut corners in something as simple as a workout, shaving 5 reps, there's no reason to do that. I was just choosing comfort. I'm confident with sets of 25, so in my head, I was like, those sets of 30 will catch up with me. I won't be able to maintain them unbroken, but that's the very reason I should be training sets of 30, so that I can get better at it. So it's not as hot. It's like 5, 6 o'clock now, so heat's dulled down just a little bit, but I'm done filming, so I'm not gonna film my pull-ups. If you wanna see my pull-ups, go follow my Instagram. I'm about to drink another 50 grams of carbs to rehydrate, give me a little bit of energy, and then I'm gonna go do my 200 pull-ups for the day. So if you want to see that, go check out my Instagram. Other than that, you guys, I will catch you in the next video.